What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld. And right now we're going to be talking about the free All Madden Part 3 players that you can get right now. You have the two of them that you're looking at right on your left side of your screen through the challenges. There are other ways of grinding through and using the lower level cards to make the full 94 overalls. We're going to go over that as well. And in addition to that, I'm going to show you the players that I've actually added to the roster. So sit back, relax, and get ready to learn what's going on right now in Madden 23 Ultimate Team. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to jump over to the challenges. It's going to be in the same exact all Madden format that it was before. So many of us have already done the 160 that was there before. Now you're going to need a certain amount of stars to get the other two cards. Now the Raider theme team is definitely going to be, they're going to come up big on this because you're going to get the Rod Woodson and the Ray Guy. Now remember, you don't need to play these guys. You can use them for training and do other things, but they're free players with decent overalls. So I would say go ahead, grind it out, get it done, and pretty much move forward from there. I don't see why you don't utilize these players, whether or not you're a Raiders theme team. It doesn't really matter. You know what I'm saying? Just grab them, get the legend chem on them, and go crazy. All right, so you're gonna need 275. All of the other challenges that you see right here that are checked off, because I get a lot of these questions like, yo, G, can I still go back? Most of the time you can go back without any error, but some of the times when you may go back to do a challenge and it's been too long, EA Sports will boot you out of the challenge, and it's like something weird with the server. So if that is affecting you, go ahead and tweet at EA Help and at Madden NFL Direct, and you can also tweet me at GmiasWorld and follow me on Twitter, and we can see how we can work to get you accessibility to those challenges, because a lot of the stuff that goes on, it just happens with the updates. When they add newer challenges, sometimes by default the game just gets wacky, and I want to make sure that all of you guys are obviously getting the players that you want, that can help your team get better and make you enjoy the game for what it's worth, because when you go online you're going to be raging anyway, so you might as well have some of the better players in order to do that. That's the first step with those two free players. Now when you go over into the store, there are re-rolls and stuff like that. We'll get into that in another video, but there are so many different ways to get these players, so you can check it out. They got select offers that are available, and they have the training option there for 2,800 training per, if you wanted to try to go ahead and get some of those All Madden 3 players that way. But now, again, I wanted to show you guys how you can go about doing it, and then I'm going to show you guys my upgrades that I made and why I made those upgrades. So with the All Madden players, you have a choice. You can go ahead and you can use 790s for 194, or you can use 489s, okay? 489s and 193. Now, mathematically, none of it really makes a lot of sense. The players are averaging about 600K. What I would suggest is that you complete the individual sets, and then you go ahead and add the players into, obviously the set, and then you go ahead and make the players yourself. Because unless you have the coins to just buy the players, you could probably make out set-wise, because people are going to be putting, different cards up for various prices, and you may get lucky. So the 84 overall All Madden, you would need 11 of them to make a 90. So you have to figure out the math on that and see how you want to work it. Or, like I said, you can always just go ahead and purchase the 94s. To be honest, I've seen Saquon Barkley. He's decent. Larry Fitzgerald, I'm not going to go too crazy about that. Justin Tucker, I want on the team, but I'm not in a rush to get him. Calvin Johnson, obviously, you guys know how I feel about Megatron. He's on the squad. Although he was getting locked up earlier today by Champ Bailey, an outdated Team of the Week card, he's still Megatron. So he's going to be on the squad. I haven't used Darrelle Revis. I don't want Rod Woodson anywhere near my field just because his previous card was so trash. I will put the running back out on the field, though. Cam Chancellor, you know what? I got to take a look at it. But we did get Atwater, and we did get Calvin, a.k.a. Megatron. Those players were definitely, put on the squad. So I just want you guys to understand, whether or not you want to go ahead and start to, make your team All Madden Part 3 and get some of the perks that are there, that's up to you. But I just want to make sure that you understand what's going on with it and the different variations and the ways to get the cards and what's free. All right? So now that you guys have seen that, let's jump into what's going on with the actual players. So Calvin Johnson, he's one of the first players to get the deep in KO for 0 AP. I do want to tell you this, right? He made a really freakish catch earlier in one of my games that usually it's an animation that the ball gets knocked out, and he actually caught it. And then in some cases, he just doesn't catch the ball at all if you're playing against someone that has deep out KO. The deep out zone KO, which in my opinion is one of the better abilities in the game, they just don't catch the ball. Any contact, it's going to be dropped, right? So we were able to discover that, by using both of the abilities. Because you would think that, because you have both of them, it would give you a better chance against that ability. No. The deep out KO still rules. It's unbalanced, and it's a really, really bad fit for, overall the game in general. Because even if you have a step on someone, and this has happened to all of us, even if you had a step, the ball is still going to get knocked out. So there is no situation where you're going to have, any success even with both of these. But one of the things that are good in the red zone, when you throw those high point bullet passes and it's just immediate knockout and the deep out zone KO can't help you, they will catch the ball a lot easier. Also, it's different than his other card because you can actually get the double me for 0 AP now, as opposed to what his AKA card was when it was like 3 or something and it started you off the game with double me activated. So that's also a plus, which is what drew me over to getting the Calvin Johnson. And yes, I did change the card art back to the AKA one because I think that that's the better card art. So that was an upgrade that we made. And the player that we removed from the lineup was Plaxico Burress. All right, we can easily add him back and get 44 legends, but it didn't really matter to me at this point. I'm like, yo, whatever. It doesn't really matter, so we just got rid of him. Moving right along, we added Steve Atwater, and we sold the Darren Woodson card. All right, the top card, and just put him in as a backup to get the legend chem. And the reason for it is Steve Atwater is a bigger, stronger player, and he gets the same speed chemmed up. So why would I be playing around with a dude that's like 6 foot running around getting mossed when I can get mossed with a 6'3" guy? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's Madden 23. You're going to get, you're getting mossed no matter what. And I do want to let you guys understand about that 99 zone coverage. It looks pretty, but he's not going to play any different than any other player in that position. The only thing that may be different is that he may get a knockout and that, his hit power is 95. That's pretty much all that it is. It's not a big deal about it overall. So in that regard, I want to be careful with the situation with those of you guys that are looking for something else. I do think that legend-wise, at this moment, he's one of the better cards. Because 95 speed is 95 speed, bro. Like, not a lot of cards getting up there without having like a straight theme team, like a regular one of the 32 teams type thing. Because I think they do that purposely because the legends are so OP. They don't want to give you that extra boost, at least for now, but it may be coming soon. Now, point out really quickly with the abilities. Pick Artist 0, must have, all right? Pick Artist gives you that opportunity to pick off any pass being thrown, including the high passes, with the old-fashioned click on and strafe. And then the deep in zone KO is 1 AP. I don't really think it works, but I put it on him because I just feel like it's something, we got to have something on the player. And that's ultimately what it is. So that's what I'm running right now. You guys let me know what you think. Let me know what players you have. We can talk about it in the comments. But that's ultimately everything that goes on, your free players and how to get the additional players right now. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. You enjoy your day. Stay blessed. One love, y'all.